We need a lot more Spanish-speaking staff. A lot.
Absolutely.
I hear it everywhere I go. Students are underserved, parents are underserved. We need a lot more. I'm really struck by the statistic that was stated that we have some schools with more than 95% poverty and some schools with less than 1.5% poverty. That's an amazing, amazing statistic. And what it says to me is that the truth is that many students' opportunity is still limited to a very large extent by where they live. And that should not be the case in Montgomery County, but it is, and we are in fact a segregated county. And that leads me to want to bring up again, which I did at lunch a couple of months ago, the school choice study. It's very, very striking that we know there's been an explosive growth in the school population, and yet the number of seats in the school programs is the same as it was 15 years ago. When families come to me and say, I wanted my kid to participate in this program or that program, and I was told he couldn't, how can that be? Why can't every kid have access to the curriculum that he or she wants? How can we be rationing the best curriculum? Why are students still so limited by the neighborhood in which they live? Why can't they have more options? I heard you say that you want to maintain our immersion programs, but we should grow them.
I heard like to grow dual language programs, which is a very similar model.
Okay.
But it benefits children who walk in the door speaking English as well as children who walk in the door speaking Chinese, French, Spanish, whatever it is. We want to grow those across the system.
Well, I very much appreciate your interest in language. I'm a strong supporter there. But again, with respect to school choice, if the answer as to why we've not expanded the number of seats is that it's expensive, then that suggests that we are devoting the most resources to the most high-achieving, successful, fortunate kids, which is exactly the opposite of what we've been saying all day today, that we are supposed to be devoting the most resources to the most challenged schools and kids that are facing the most obstacles. So I still don't understand the logic of saying no to families that want a certain curriculum. It just, you know, if there's only one school building devoted to a certain purpose, let's have more than one. Let's, instead of basing the choice programs on what exists now, let's base them on demand. Let's structure the choice programs based on the demand for them. And so that last point where you said we want to avoid platitude, I've got one for you. If you do the same thing you've always done, you'll get the same result you've always got. And so I think this council wants bold decision-making. We're going to back you up. We want to see new, different outcomes. Without repeating everything I've said before, we want to see a whole lot more Spanish-speaking staff. We want to see a whole lot more seats available in the most demanding curricula. We want to see more opportunities for students to succeed, not only in the school that happens to be located in their neighborhood.